Ivan, congratulations. 5 wins on the trot. I want to ask you about the game, but I want to ask you first about Nathan starting on the bench. I spoke to him out there, but can I kind of get your thoughts behind how that came about?
What did you say?
Ivan?
He said, because of your performance on Wednesday night, you're starting on the bench.
Yeah, he's playing hooker. No, it's just a load thing. Yeah, we were like, I sort of said this to you earlier, we have a lot of plans around Origin. Next week is a 5-day turnaround, so that's a big part of how we make these sorts of decisions. Yeah, the bench thing is a little bit radical, but it's just a load thing. We had Brad Schneider there who was preparing to play anyway. It was a very long turnaround, so we had a lot of training together, so I was confident that we could just get the game going. And, it's like 20, 25 minutes, but it's probably more like, it's a big percentage of the intensity of the game at the start, especially against Parramatta, who zinged the ball around quite a bit. So that was the idea. It was a load thing, but I was confident that we could manage it. It worked out, so that was good.
Did you come in with like a hard and fast rule that he was going to come and play after 20 minutes, or were you kind of seeing the feel of the game? But if you say we're up by 20, would you just left him on the bench?
Yeah, well, the idea was for him to come on and Yowie to come off. So that meant that Brad Schneider was going to have to play lock as well, which he hasn't done much of. So I kind of didn't want that to go too long, but I didn't want to keep him off for too long either. Anyway, yeah, it worked out right. It's a fine line, this whole Origin stuff. Like, it was pretty obvious Nat was pretty disappointed and emotional after the game on Wednesday, and that hasn't always augured well in the past, and in terms of injury management and stuff. So, yeah, sometimes you just got to cross your fingers. And obviously, where the other 3, Mardo was injured, the other 2 we rested. So again, in and around the 5-day turnaround next week. So we're not out of the woods yet either. So we'll see what happens.
So how pleasing was it then? You mentioned that he was emotional and upset after Wednesday night, to see him come back 4 days later and score this match-sealing try. Also come up with some big defensive effort plays and, I guess, make a statement a little?
I don't know about statements. I was... it doesn't surprise me. Yeah. He negotiated pretty hard to play this game because we weren't real sure whether he should. But when he was doing that, I thought that's a good sign. So, and I get it. Like, you just want to get back out there. And Origin's a big thing, but everyone will forget about it next week. So I'm sure it'd be easy for him to sleep after this game than Wednesday night. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, he's done that so many times over the years, and he'll do it plenty more. And I'm glad he's playing for us.
You touched on there that it's maybe a little emotional after the game. What do you sort of say to him, like in that moment in the sheds when, obviously the game didn't go the way he probably would have liked? As a coach and as a father, what do you sort of say on Wednesday nights?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not easy. There's not much you can say really. Just there for sport really. It's rugby league's not who he is. It's what he does. And Wednesday night New South Wales was soundly beaten across the board, and yes, Nat will be the first to say that he could have played better, and I'm sure a lot of other guys could have too. But it's the biggest game, and on the biggest stage, and it's just sometimes it doesn't work out. So get back on the horse.
Nathan, you said to us after the game that it was pretty easy to move on for Penrith and you just want to kind of move on. But in practice, do you wake up the next day and it's totally off your mind, or is it something that sort of does linger with you? Like, how do you sort of, what does that even look like, sort of getting over that game?
I didn't really want to say it to Dad, but I still was waking up thinking about it this morning. So it was, I don't know if you ever fully get over it, to be honest. But also had a good chat to him yesterday. That made me feel a lot better after it. Like, I'd been trying to process it, and I thought I'd gotten over it, then it would just come up again. And I think in the past I've probably just like after a poor Origin performance, just try to like squash it and just act like it didn't happen. Where this time I actually sort of saw it as an opportunity to analyse it a bit more and try and delve a bit deeper into why I didn't perform the way I wanted to and why it went the way it did. And I think, I came to the conclusion that it's only going to help me. It's only going to help me grow as a person and a player, and playing today gave me a good opportunity to, test my character too. And I think that's an important thing. Is it's about sort of how you move on and how you present to the team. And you can only kick stones and feel sorry for yourself for so long. I didn't want to drag that into today's performance. So, it is tough. And as I said, I don't know if you ever fully get over it. It's always sort of scars there, but it's about learning from it and getting better. And maybe these things happen for a reason. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but that's the mindset I've got.
When's the last? Sorry.
Do you think it's a motivating factor for you in a pursuit of a 5th premiership, this kind of burning feeling from Wednesday night's loss?
In a way, I guess. I think it's sort of a burning feeling to just improve and get better as a player, and I think that'll help our run into the finals. But, that was the sort of thing that hurt a little bit. It's like, missed the opportunity for Origin. Then you just sort of have this self-loathing, embarrassment period. But then it's like, all right, it's time to get back on the horse and improve as a player and use this as, sort of fire in the belly and motivation to get better. And,
You kind of touched on it, that was still burning you a little bit this morning. How do you compartmentalise it? How do you put it in the back of your head and just get out there and focus for Penrith and just go, look, that was Wednesday, this is today?
Oh, it's about, not being selfish, really. It's, these guys all prepped really well and had a long prep off a bye, and sort of Yoey and I are coming back in, but it's not like it would be selfish of me to just still be thinking about Origin and not put my best foot forward to perform for Penrith and our fan base. So that's where my mindset was. It was, all right, let's get out there and put my best foot forward and move on that way and perform well for my teammates.
When was the last time you would have started on the bench in club footy, Nath?
I reckon I've only started off the bench twice in my life. One was City Origin, City versus Country, and then Howard Matthews, I was coming off the bench as a hooker. So, it's been a while.
What did you make of the Para faithful giving you a bit of love there when you're on the bench? It seemed like you were laughing it all off.
Oh, it's to be expected. It's a bit of a rivalry there anyway. So, a bit of fun.
Nathan. Sorry, Ivan, sorry. Tough, long
Common
day.
mistake.
Happens
Or
sometimes.
both if you want. Look, it was 4 losses from 5 starts. You're now on the verge of the 4. What are you feeling now? What is the kind of thought process now?
It was actually 5 from 6. We lost 5 in a row, so we just won 5 in a row. So it's taken a long time to get the ledger back. Mate, we'll finish where we deserve. We're still trying to build. We need to play better than what we did today. We did enough, but Parramatta opened the door for us a bit today. I thought a little bit rusty, but we're starting to believe in ourselves a bit more and starting to build. It's a new team and new circumstances, and it's good to get through this Origin period. Frankly, it's pretty disruptive for us, and we did well this year. Had a really good period, so we're looking forward to the next 7 or 8 weeks, whatever it is, and see where we get to.
You've seen a bit of the character of this group. So that, you had that loss in Newcastle, I'm sure was really disappointing. But since then, you haven't lost a game. Doing it without really key guys. Have you learned a bit about the character of the group you've got here?
Yeah.
Liam Martin back next week, do you think? Or
Not sure. Yeah.
I was just going to say, do you look at this post-Origin period as almost like a clean slate, new season vibe once you finally get through that period of disruptions?
Oh, it's mainly just a chance to get some cohesion back and get all the guys training together. It's just, a bit more certainty around that. Which, a lot of clubs will be feeling the same thing, but for us, that'll be nice.